I thought about all the sleepless nights I'd spent wondering what I'd done wrong in our marriage, all the self-doubt I'd experienced about whether I was good enough for her, all the anxiety I'd felt about our future together. She'd watched me go through all of that emotional turmoil while knowing it was completely manufactured for her entertainment and Linda's approval. Rachel kept insisting that Linda had convinced her it was the only way to get through to me and that she'd been wrong to listen to her sister. She begged me to understand that everything she'd done was because she loved me and wanted us to have a stronger marriage. She said the plan had backfired because she'd realized during our fake crisis that she didn't actually want independence at all. She even tried to turn the situation around on me, saying that if I really loved her, I'd be able to forgive one mistake and that my willingness to throw away 5 years of marriage over this proved that maybe I wasn't as committed to our vows as I claimed to be. This manipulation attempt only made me angrier because it showed she still didn't understand the fundamental problem with what she'd done. I told her that the trust between us was completely destroyed and that I couldn't imagine staying married to someone who thought emotional manipulation was an appropriate way to improve our relationship. She'd spent months watching me suffer and worry about our future while knowing the entire crisis was manufactured. That level of deception wasn't something I could just forgive and move forward from. Rachel promised she'd never listen to Linda again and suggested we try marriage counseling to work through the trust issues. But I'd already made up my mind. I told her that I was done with the marriage and that she'd gotten her wish for independence, just not in the way she'd planned. Over the next few days, Linda and her divorced friends started calling me to defend their actions and convince me to forgive Rachel. Linda insisted that they'd only been trying to help Rachel get what she wanted and that their plan had actually worked because I'd shown how much I valued our marriage. Her friend Michelle told me I was being unreasonable and that Rachel had learned her lesson about listening to bad advice. But their phone calls only made things worse because they revealed more details about how calculated the entire scheme had been. Linda mentioned that they'd been planning this intervention for months and had researched different strategies online before settling on the fake marriage crisis approach. Michelle admitted that they'd been tracking my responses and adjusting Rachel's behavior based on how I reacted to different triggers. The most disturbing revelation came from Linda herself, who called to apologize but ended up making things worse by explaining how much thought they'd put into psychological manipulation. She said they'd